Hey, it's guys, I'm doing a alien deck profile for you guys. So this is the deck that I use in the dual videos. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So two alien overload or overlord. So you remove two A counters from anywhere on the field to special this card for your hand, and you can only control one alien overlord. So that's kind of the reason why it's kind of as a two of, not three. And then once per turn, you can place one A counter on each face-up monster your opponent controls, which is really quite nice. And then if a monster with an A counter battles an alien monster, it loses 300 attack and defense for each A counter during damage calculation only. So that also is really good to help get over big things. If it has like a lot of A counters on it, so that's really quite nice. And then two alien warrior. So if this card is destroyed by battle and sent to a grave, place two A counters on the monster that destroyed it. So that's also really quite good. So yeah. And then two alien telepath. So once per turn, you can remove one A counter from a monster your opponent controls and destroy one spell or trap. So if your opponent has like a bunch of A counters on their monsters, then you can just clear out their whole back row and be able to, do something with it. So it's really quite nice. And then Alien Kid. So if you place one A counter on all special monsters on your opponent's side of the field, so that's also really pretty good. And then again, it also has the same thing as Overlord, where if a monster battles with a counter, then there's 300 attack during damage calculation. So yeah, and then Telepath also has that effect too. So, and then Alien Omnite. So when this card is normal summon, you can special 1 level 4 or lower alien from your grave, and then destroy it during end phase. So this is your tuner for the deck. So you're mainly gonna go for your synchro monster. So yeah. So that's basically it for the monster count. Pretty low, but it's really good for what it does. So yeah. And then two corrupt cell A. Place one A counter on one face of monster on your opponent's side of the field. So this is just kind of good if you just need something to put an A counter on. So for one of these three effects. So, and then teleporting, just help get to Mystic Mine. I only just used Mystic Mine just the last game against Thunder Drains, where I just kind of decked them out. But I have found that Mystic Mine's gonna get hit, these like to 1 or something, and then this build will probably be irrelevant at this point. I mean, you can probably take out the Mystic Mine for like Psalms or like Strikes or whatever you want to add in there, or like more alien cards or something like that. So that's all up to you guys. But as add it in there is, it's good, and it won me like a match. So yeah. So 3 duality, just help get you to what you need. So yeah. And then A-Cell recombination device. So target one face-up monster on the field, send one alien monster from the deck to a grave, and if you do, place 8 counters on that monster equal to the level. So if you send level 4, then there's 4 8 counters that get put on the monster. So this is also another way of making sure that you can get over their big monsters with the effects of Overlord, Telepath, and Alien Kid. So yeah, just another good way of doing that. And then during your main phase, except the turn that this card is sent, You can banish this card from your grave and then add one alien from your deck to your grave. Or from your deck to your hand. So, it's also a searcher, which is really quite nice. So you can search for Omni if you need to, or you can search for, where you need to. So, yeah. And then Code A, Ancient Ruins. So each time a face-up alien monster is destroyed, place one A card on this card. Once per turn, you remove 2 A cards from anywhere on the field, special 1 alien from your grave. So it's basically pretty much a Call of Hide. It's a little bit slower than a Call of Hide, but it's pretty much ideally the same thing. So, yeah. And then, of course, Mystic Mine. So, pretty much, I explained that. So, now for the traps. So, 2 alien brain. So when a reptile monster is destroyed by battle with a opponent's attacking monster and sent to a grave, take control of the punch monster, and if you do, it becomes a reptile. So, pretty good there. And then Pluton Virus. So trigger one alien, destroy all official monsters without 8 counters on them. And then until the end of the third turn, after it discards, actually place 1 A counter on each monster they summon. So it's pretty much a little bit attainable like Dark Hole or like Geki Ice, you could say. So it's pretty good. I'd probably just run as like a 2-0, which I did. So I ran it at 3 in the past, and that was like way too much. So just as a 2-0 is probably perfect. So yeah, 3 loss win. Just it's really quite good in this format. So Metaverse to help get to Mr. Mine, of course. 3 Crackdown. Again, just really good to take your punch monster. And then Dark Bribe to help protect your Mystic Mine. So you can probably take this out too if you want to, and again replace it with like Psalms or more aliens or whatever the case may be. So yeah. So that's basically it for the main deck. Now for extra deck. So Cosmic Fortress Golgar. So it takes the alien Omnite and then 1 non-tuner alien monster, which is basically these. So yeah. So once per turn, you can select any number of face-up spell trap cards, return those to the owner's hand, and distribute 8 counters among monsters on the field equal to the number of cards that were returned. So, which is really quite good. And once per turn, you can remove 2 counters from anywhere to destroy 1 card your opponent controls. So that's really quite good in combination with ASO, and then with also this. So, and then also Overlord too. So you have plenty of ways of putting 8 counters on your punch monster to be able to use this down or in late game or early game and just destroy a whole bunch of stuff. So yeah. And then for the Alien Link Monster, which was announced for, I think it was the Range Pack 3, I think. Yeah, I think it was 3. So, this is completely new. I never used this in the duel, but it was just another alien card. Like, well, I might as well, try it. So, but never made it. So, but quick effect: you can discard 1 monster, place 8. Oh yeah, I did. I made it like once. But place 1 or place 8 counters on face-up monsters on the field equal to the version low of the discard monster. If this card is destroyed by battle or by card effect and sent to grave, you can just summon 1 reptile with a different name from your grave, except link monsters, up to the number of monsters your opponent controls with 8 counters. So I can't remember which matchup that I did where I summoned this out, but yeah, I made it once. So it's interesting, but probably not something that I would probably use as multiple. Maybe like as like a one or two of maybe. So, um, but yeah. So that's basically it for the Alien deck. I am working on two other interesting decks. The 10.0 and the 5.0 is the two that I'm working on. So, a lot of you guys may not like this too much, but I'm working on BES Thunder Raiden. Now I have this on the back burner for now, because Thunder Raiden will probably get hit on the ban list, and if they do, which most likely they will, depending on if this is still playable, then I might just scrap this and move on with a different mix or build of with BS. So this will either be yay or nay, depending on the ban list. I already have a few things for it, which are Thunder Raiden, this one Thunder Raiden fusion, and that's pretty much it. Now I have thought of Thunder Raiden Dark replacing Batman Solar. But like I said, it all depends on what happens with the ban list. So that's one version or mix that I'm working on. This is another mix. This is a backup plan in case of Thunder or the Thunder Raidens get hits, which like I said they most likely will. So it's basically BES invoked. So I'm also working on this too. This isn't a confirmed build, but I'm also working on this as well. So, but yeah. So that's just two decks I'm working on. But the deck or the duels that will be after this deck file will be Subterror. It's going to be a pure Subterror build. It's not the Guru control build. It also have Guru in it, but it's not the Guru control build. So, but yeah. So thank you guys for watching. And I will catch y'all in the Subterror duels. Alright, there you go.